Everyone, Agion here, another Come to Heroes 2 replay. Spawn on the south side. Actually, as the Ostheer player, we have Deathofjesus. Spawn on the north side as the USF player, we have, once again, Royal Weapons. Not as OKW this time. He's in this replay wondering if I could just try to point out some tips in seeing if he can improve his USF game. And let's just see how he's going to play out. Let's see, you got the rifle company that can be decent with this map with easy 8s. White phosphorus is always good. Don't really see the flamethrowers being all that great. Airborne, personally I'm not exactly a fan of this doctrine due to the fact that the manpower cost of the two MGs, the MG and the AT gun, is just way too high. And we got heavy cap, another good option. Oops, you may have missed the capture point. Yeah, you have corrected that point. But something I like to do as USF is actually go for second rear echelon first. It'll help capture up these side points because this is a quite large map. It helps capture up a lot of points quickly because you get that rear echelon quicker out in the field. And eventually you could just equip them with some bazookas for a decent amount of AT. Especially it's great for heavy cab. Let's get them vetted up and get the 5 men. And voila, you got some very powerful repairs for your Pershing. Looks like you got an MG42. And it will suppress the squad. He may just retreat back because he won't be get out the arc. He may actually get out of line of sight, but the Grenadiers will maintain suppression over that squad. Here another Grenadier. I would imagine there's a mortar coming up next. You have another Rifleman squad. 3 Riflemen is pretty much the recommended minimum amount of squads. Of course, that's minimum. I prefer to mix in a bunch of USF support weapons, such as the wait. I heard of just an upgrade being complete for some odd reason. Looks like we do got one Rifleman coming over here to capture the flank. There is the Grenadier here. He should be able to win out, though this squad is the damaged one. So it could go either way. And it all depends on engagement angle. If he's behind heavy cover, his opponent's not, so on and so forth. Looks like we do got the MG setting up over here. With knowing there's an MG there, getting that mortar can be quite nice. Let's see, he could go. I would recommend on Captain Tech on this map. In fact, Captain Tech's more reliable due to the fact that you have the Stewart, which is all ever so potent. Ooh, so seeing quite a bit of damage, perhaps sitting that back there from range. Riflemen can trade out evenly versus Grenadiers at range. They have at max range between the two and open ground. Looks like these two squads are engaging the MG. This squad needs to start flanking around. He needs to, because he just pinned that squad, then redirected. A bit of a, he should just did a bit more flanking. Oh, he lost that squad entirely. I thought he wouldn't lose that squad. A bit of a foolish early loss, which it happens to all of us, losing a squad quite stupidly like that. He's trying to get used to it. Rifleman at a max range in over no cover, I've tested it, has a 50-50 chance of winning out Grenadiers at long range. So the Riflemen do have a good amount of long range damage. Don't deny that. Looks like he is going for some tech. Looks like he is going for Lieutenant, in fact. Lieutenant will give you access to the MGs, which of course will be pretty much the best MGs in the game. We have a very forward MG, which will help suppress suppression on this cutoff point. Mortar would have been a good idea to help counter out the MG. Looks like he does throw a rifle grenade very stupidly, really. He is going to perhaps pick up that Grenadier squad. Yes, looks like both sides had lost a squad, so it's overall quite even in squad losses. Does flank the MG, does displace it. If you're having trouble with early MGs, you have two options: smoke grenades or mortars. Of course, the mortar is soon going to be nerfed, so you only do the 35 range over the 80. So it would be more meant for denying those early MGs and help garrison cleaning. So adapting your strategy once that comes out may be in order. And I wonder what he's going to do with Lieutenant Tech. Lieutenant Tech is largely unseen. He could go for the utility car. Utility car is quite strong. It can easily chase down squads. It can lay down those mines, which most people don't expect the US to have mines. You can also go for the AA half-track, which is a great suppression platform. The MG's ever so potent. Looks like he's going. He has enough for the AA half-track now, so he's probably going to go for the AA half-track. I'm assuming. He hasn't decided anything just yet. He's trying to deal with the garrison first. Looks like, yes, he is going to get the AA half-track now. You got the MG set up in very defensive position. Lieutenant, of course, is a bit better than Captain in combat since it starts out with a bar. We do got a Flamer up here. Flamers actually do less damage over open ground, so going into open ground is actually a little bit better versus Flamer. Not so great for the MGs and the SMGs themselves. We've got a fuel point on the cutoff point, so he's afraid that being cut off and also getting fuel himself. Looks like we may be seeing a mortar half-track. He does have enough. The 222 can actually deal with the AA half-track if it stays in outside this firing arc. Otherwise, AA half-track should be able to kill it off for the 222 first. And plus, I really don't like using the AA half-track due to the fact that it's very hard to maneuver, seeing you have to reverse to attack. And the handbrake option for the Winter Balance preview is also very good to prevent it from swirling around on its own. You need to start reverse moving immediately. You don't want to... There we go. You basically want to have it pointed to where you want to shoot at all times. And you should always just use reverse move, unless you're trying to escape out there, then you can use the regular move. There's also an ambulance out. He's been needing some help, especially on that rear echelon squad. The ambulance has been built, but hasn't been set up yet. Doesn't get the Pioneer squad, and this is what I mean. You have to be very careful how you maneuver. The pathing's already pretty bad with these light vehicles, let alone the A half-track. I don't see any MGs just yet, but he doesn't really have the manpower to really afford at the moment. The MG is quite potent, as I stated over and over and over and over again. Has captured quite a bit of them on the side area. Hasn't chosen Doctrine just yet. I would recommend he should go for Captain Tech right about now, just so he can get the AT guns, because he will be needing AT. Well, he knows his opponent can win for a 2-2, so his opponent's fuel is slightly behind. So he doesn't need to worry about any rushed out Panzer IV. That was a med bunk over. I just know he's now just starting his medics. Both sides get the medics about the same time. You got squad bazookas. Place the bazookas on the rear echelon. Rear echelons. Oh, he is going to get bazookas also on them. So you could stand to have two squads of rear echelons with bazookas. He only... There you go, he's grabbed the second one. You can also always get the minesweeper while eating the two bazookas. Ooh, looks like he's going... I don't know, he's just going to reposition it to cover the healing a bit better. We do got the mortar coming in. The mortar will, of course, help deal with the MG. In fact, since there's two MGs, he will have a bit of a trouble with that. Neither of them has incendiary rounds, so he doesn't have to worry about the destroying of the AA half-track very quickly through them. And if only 1-2-2 spotted, you probably should only not worry about getting bazookas on the rifleman just yet. On the rear echelon would be more than plenty. Looks like we may see rifle grenade. Yeah, we do. Very good hits. Think he was, even though it's omnidirectional cover, doesn't do any reduced damage. Just reduces the accuracy. because it's a yellow cover. Ooh, powerful mortar hit. He may lose that. That flamer could get a nice burst. No, he doesn't. Lieutenant Wolf, it's a bar. Will help rip apart that squad. Rifleman moving forward. Ooh, but the AA half track is going to come in, trying to deal with the 222. But it's going to receive quite a bit of fire in return. The pack gun is set up over here, so he could have got the kill if he would have been repositioned. And ooh, gotta be very careful with the pathing of the thing. The thing has very weird pathing. Ooh, the pack gun missed. So you need to definitely going to need that guy go back and repair it. Throws out some Panzer Tactician. Oh wait. Oh, that's a US mortar. I was wondering, I saw this mortar fire once, and I thought he was hitting his own building. And overall, this map is a bit favored on the top side, in my personal opinion. The top side has much better time of holding the center part than the bottom side trying to hold up here. Because due to the fact how it's positioned, don't really... Here's a bit more risky, but here's a bit more safer. Hold. While he did go for airborne, he hasn't really used much of the doctrine available. He doesn't really have enough manpower. He has quite a number of riflemen. He also lost a lieutenant. Ooh, I missed that. Going for a flank, but meets an MG. Best way to keep where you secure is through an MG. Ooh, but it's a little bit of a blob right here. You may want to avoid blobbing. And the rear echelon do get hit by a nasty mortar. And actually, probably did a select group and actually did a full retreat. It was a very anticipating retreat grenade. Very good idea, but the retreat path was going that way anyways. It was a good try. He's also, looks like the two mortars are having a fight, but the mortar half track should win out. Because it gets repaired up and it's a bit more resilient. Ooh, nasty hit. That mortar half track's really paying dividends. He's got to be very careful of the pack gun. The 222 could come in and try to finish it off. Zigzor and chase it down. And I'm not so sure what he should do at the moment. He has gotten some upgrade. Looks like he's just got the major. So it looks like he's going to go for, I would say a Sherman would be a great option at this point. You don't need anti-tank. You have plenty of anti-tank bazookas, and a Sherman does have decent anti-tank itself. And you don't really expect an Ostheer to go play the rush out of Panther anytime soon. So he'd be dealing with Panzer IV, and you have more than ability to deal with Panzer IV. Ooh. That max range, that might even attack ground. Looks like we are seeing a pair-dropped anti-tank gun. He's been needing anti-tank gun sooner rather than later to deal with these future vehicles anyways. His opponent is saving up for not King Tiger, for a regular Tiger. And the AT gun will more than help with that. It's cheaper, but higher rate of fire than most AT guns. Does have forward retreat point established. He's bringing up the ambulance. I like to keep the ambulance and the major into the same hotkey group. Ooh, but this rifleman needs to fall back. Fall back. Ah, he loses it. Something people always try is a bit of a mistake. You don't always need a Russian, something I just want to say rather than later. You don't always need a Russian or... Ooh, can you get that? You don't always need a Russian your rifleman with point blank range. They do have a decent amount of rain damage. So he's going to throw a grenade into the... More just in general, if he were to aim for the front door, he perhaps would have got squad wiped like that. Ooh, that mortar half track just laying into him. If he secures that AT gun, his AA half track will have a much better time, but there's still a possibility of incendiary rounds now. Goes out smoke. Looks like we do got a recon pass by the major. Took me a moment to realize what that was, because I was wondering, wait, did he call in rocket strafe? But nope, it was AT run. Is he going to throw a grenade? Throw a grenade? Nope, he's going to retreat back. In the Pioneer squad would be ideal. They're currently receiving extra damage, but nope, these guys, he pulls them off. Ooh, force fire through the ground. He may get it with one shot. Nope. Decides not to fire back. Throws pain as a tactician, even though he's already behind a line of sight blocker. And quite expertly played by the Ostheer player. Panzer Grenadiers are very powerful. They are, in fact, a bit stronger than riflemen with 2 bars. Of course, they're very expensive manpower and only 4 men, so very susceptible to indirect fire. Oop, he may get the kill. Yeah, it looks like the anti-tank rifle grenade will come through. He should just retreat the squad back to the major. Get out suppression, but he's going to may lose it. He sustained a lot of losses. Ooh, good hit. Major's now at Vet 2. I believe now he gets the improve already. Let's see, what veterancy does he get? Improved already. Increases the number of shells dropped in rapid already and adds fake barrage ability. Now the mage can call in a very cheap, powerful artillery, arty strike. He has lost quite a number. This AT gun's been, of course, dropped in, remanned, decrewed, going to be remanned again. So he's lost quite a bit of manpower, losing 2 rifleman squads and a lieutenant. His opponent hasn't really lost all that too much in numbers. He has lost a 2-2, but now he has his opponent has a Panzer IV out. He needs to get that AT gun remanned sooner rather than later. I think he hears the Panzer IV. He's going to run straight into the AT gun fire. So he's going to reposition it. So he's going to place the ambulance and major behind the building. That's probably a better position for him. Looks like we won't see a Tiger tank anytime soon because he got the Panzer IV. Looks like a squad of paratroopers are coming in. Paratroopers do have access to Thompsons or the double LMGs. It seems like the double LMGs for them, though, is much weaker than the rifleman variant. So the Thompsons are always a good possibility because they do also gain the tactical assault, the stormtroopers ability. So he's trying to crush, but it looks the bazookas will dissuade, and of course the AT gun. Ooh, nasty! Oh, that was a nasty tank hit. Wiping 3 of the models in the following up MG fire wipes off the rest of the squad. Does decrew, he needs to retreat it back. Perhaps he just uses smoke barrage in the mortar. He needs to retreat back that squad sooner rather than later. He's going to lose it. Throws a grenade, doesn't get any model kills. Major's now locking down this territory. But something to note, if Major locks down territory while it's in mid-capture, it would also deny the any reinforcements considered an partial enemy control. So he needs to turn off Major lockdown. And ooh, the mortars actually found the retreat point. They're within range. Actually, the ambulance is in the actual another sector, so it's technically within supply. Ooh, incendiary. Mortars at Vet 3 does fire off 1 shot because reasons. He did go for the 1919 upgrade, so he does have now the suppressive fire ability, which can suppress the squads. And plus, I think he gets a defensive bonus. Goes out of smoke, very nice. Of course, it has a little bit of delay before it actually fires. Plus the side MG, it does see in the rear. Ooh, nasty hit. And he has actually a huge amount of fuel stored up. A Sherman tank would be great. Because he has enough supporting AT. Wait, no, he lost the rear echelons then. So he has an AT gun for supporting AT. Sherman and Panzer IV are largely equal, though at least the Ostheer Panzer IV. AT gun does get a bounce. A half-track still up. It looks like he's going to start honing into the Grenadier squad. You could try to gain this mortar to displace these MGs, but the problem is you'll be receiving fire from or a mortar half-track, which is much more potent. Looks like the Panzer Grenadiers and flamethrowers are coming over around the side. Just decap the point. Think of this bit of a misclick there. Wow, I'm surprised it's not suppressed. There you go, it gets suppressed. You got a Sherman tank now coming out. He guys also has enough fuel to get another Sherman tank, so he's probably tried not being bled so much. His 4 will make itself known. Does get a nice hit, though only takes 2 shots. Needs to reposition the AT gun in order to port. Will lose it at this rate. Does set up. Does get a nice long-range penetration hit. Sherman tank does come forward, does have the AP rounds. He is getting the MG. The MG is all really not that necessary. The primary cannon is quite nice, and the HE rounds are even nicer. So he could just save that munitions for the E-47 straight. Looks like he's going to go for Panzerfaust. Does score a roll of bounce and receive a hit in return. Panzerfaust should try going back in. He does blitz in. Does score a roll of miss. Does throw in the smoke. Very nice. Brings in the AT gun. Both the turrets are not exactly faced towards each other. Ooh, does wipe that squad. It was a Pioneer squad with the flamethrower. It needs to stop moving that thing. Stop. You don't want to engage with that thing. Goes out of smoke. Looks like this MG is being whittled away. But of course, this other MG will provide the suppression. He needs to fall back. There's one wrong mortal hit and those guys are dead. Well, this one... I guess that this MG was also the spotter. He will decrew it. He should grab it for himself. That would be a very good asset. There we go. He does grab it, retreat the squad. No, I noticed that his retreat wasn't instant. If you were to right-click saying capture the squad, right-click, hold shift, click the retreat button, they immediately retreat back after capturing the squad, capturing that weapon or point. It's one way to make sure you don't lose those single men. You got a Tiger tank now out. We do have Jackson. That's also a very good option at this point. He does not know about the Tiger just yet. Ooh, that could have been a nasty hit. Paratroopers come up, throws the frag grenade, and with a nice mortar hit, with all that additional damage, he does decrew that MG42. He could capture it for himself, but he's a bit starved on manpower at the moment. But of course, it denies the MG. You got the Tiger tank coming forward. Does not capture it. He does fall back. The Sherman tank is fully repaired. Oh yeah, he didn't lose that. He just barely managed to escape. I was thinking he rebuilt it, but he never lost it. AT gun has been decrewed. That is actually quite big. He doesn't have the effective AT versus the Tiger tank. Does throw a Panzerfaust too prematurely. Looks like the MG42 will suppress the Grenadiers. Other squads being suppressed by the AA half-track. Ooh, does get a nice penetrating hit, but receives a nice rear armor hit there. Brings up the MG42. Do got the Jackson now, but he's going straight into an AT gun in within Tiger range of the Tiger tank. He needs to make sure he avoids that arc. Ooh, nice mortar hit to help protect it. Jackson, of course, needs to stay at max range to stand any chance of fighting. Of course, it's a very good sniping unit, but of course, it's a glass cannon. It does secure the pack. Prioritized vehicle, and the pack is much better at AT than the M1 AT gun. So having that is much better asset. Plus, you can always recruit the M1 and gain a lot of anti-tank, which will help just keep these vehicles away. Against those two AT guns, they can't dive in. Though the mortar half-track can come in with the barrages, it does have Vet 3, so it does have the extended range for the barrages, which will help decrew these AT guns quite easily. Plus incendiary. Let's throw out the repairs. Something else to note, I'm not sure if he knows it or not, you can repair, hold shift once they start repairing, and then right click to regarrison the vehicle, which then they will automatically regarrison the vehicle after they get done repairing. Some shift clicking will greatly help with your micro. No, shift clicking does not help with everything, however, such as mortar hits. This Grenadier Squad is not the decapture, which is very nice. Damn, anyways. The Jackson needs to okay, it is prioritized vehicle. When you're doing it, doesn't reprioritize fire. Ooh, nice mortar hit. No, nice smokes from the Sherman. A lot of people forget about the Sherman smoke, including myself. It can be used very offensively. Ooh, looks like he killed off that Panzer Grenadier squad. Sherman tank's coming a little bit too far forward. He needs to stay within range of the Jacksons and the AT guns. Of course, you can just fall back shortly. Putting bazookas in your captain, really not necessary. 3 men, they don't really tend to stay alive that long. But of course, they can help out. Plus, you can always, if you're not planning to use a forward fallback point, thanks to the mortar half track, you can always use it as a capture squad, or in this case, an AT squad. Remember, you also do have access to his improved mortar barrage, well, artillery barrage, which do cost 60 munitions, but it's pretty good for 60 munitions. So he will get pinned. He needs to fall back sooner rather than later. We got a captain now out, so we do have Captain Tech. Which of course would now allow him access to build those AT guns or even the pack howitzer. I don't see the Stewart being all too effective at this point. Looks like the MG will get displays. Granted, it's been a slogfest just trying to deal with those MGs. Does lose a Grenadier squad, but damage the engine. Damage engine is negligible. Honestly, I sort of don't mind taking engine damage if I know it's not going to kill the vehicle, just to drain your opponent's munitions. Ooh, we do have the high fragmentation bombs, so we do have good bomb grunts can come in and help destroy these support weapons. You got still these 2 riflemen plus the paratroopers. And yeah, it probably is a good idea to go for 1919s over Thompsons due to the fact this map is very large. Want to have range damage over CQB. Ooh, grabs the MG42. Very nice. Ooh, nasty hit right there. And this pack is trying to hit something. He needs to regarrison the Sherman. He does not know about the shift clicking. This AT gun still decrewed. Oh, be careful. This Pioneer squad can go in and steal it. Nope, it's suppressed. Where's that Jackson? He needs... Here we go. The Jackson has sustained actually a bit of damage from the Tiger. And we do got the high fragmentation bombs coming, but it's largely a miss. We got an AT gun. Looks like a nice hit from the Sherman, which will kill it. Or was that from the rifleman? Wasn't really paying attention. Captain, Major, there's a lot of AT guns, a lot of bounces, however. Jackson's very damaged. Gotta be very careful. But he's going straight into Tiger range. You can't really go past smoke with a Jackson because it's such a glass cannon unit. Damage engine from the Panzer IV, which helped prevent it from being chased down. Running your paratroopers into the underneath Tiger is also not exactly a good idea. Sherman tank's going to come in. Without these 2 AT guns, He'll have extreme trouble. Plus, he has HE rounds. Probably not a good idea to use HE rounds. He's now starting to switch out the weapons. But he's probably going to lose a Tiger. It's going to fire once and dead. The captain has also been killed. A bit of a waste there. A bit foolish. You got the Major coming forward, but the Major, he's just going to retreat, needs to retreat back. He's going to get ripped apart. You got another Jackson coming out. He needs the AT. He needs AT guns to prevent his opponent from coming any forward. The Tigers only have Vet 1. When it gets to Vet 2, then you have to start fearing your infantry. Your infantry starts fearing, because then it will get the reduced scatter.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
There are 2 AT guns now available. And his opponent is out of MGs, and this is his last Grenadier squad, so he has done a significant toll on his opponent's infantry. And with that AA half-track, he can always use that to guard the flanks.
Tank destroyer is ready for orders.
But if he would have grabbed, say, this pack, he would be in much better position. He has plenty of anti-infantry through the paratroopers and the bar riflemen, but he needs more anti-tank. 2 Jacksons is good, but he needs some sort of meat shield for it. Looks like the a half-track decapped the field point. Very bold, but ultimately really not like a good idea. You could just stuck it near the other VP and have a more defensively. I don't mind seeing it go offensively, but that Tiger's got a bunch of unlucky misses. That a half-track should have just died. Mortar half-track's still alive, and with the Vet 3 range, you have a really hard time trying to kill that off. That's a 27 kills. These 2 Jacksons going in very aggressively, while the Tiger tank is very low in health. It can go very poorly with if the Panzer IV shows up, and you don't even know if there's a Teller mines or AT guns. So it's probably not advisable to do that. You got some more paratroopers coming in. Personally, I would like to see that manpower diverted into capturing up those AT guns. Oh, he's trying to kill off the AT guns now. At least this one. Remember, you don't need to use attack ground. You can always use attack order. I'm not exactly sure because that just looked like he was using attack ground right there. Oh, there's also 1919 right here. That one you don't really need to kill off. You could have used that one. In fact, you should have took that one and if anything, destroyed the M1, because the pack is much better versus armor penetration and versus the improved armor of the Vet 2 with armored skirts and the Tiger tank with fits a larger amount of armor. You want the extra penetration. Plus, the target weak points for that stun shots will also come in handy. Because his opponent has built up Panzer Grenadier and the Grenadier squad. And getting Thompsons for a CQB can be quite nice, because Thompsons just rip apart squads. You can also destroy these MG42s if you don't want them yourselves. Yellow flare? I did not know that the wait, the improved flare throws out yellow flare? That's interesting. The improved recon run. That was from the Major improved recon run. Huh. I may need to note that. I was thinking about the mod I'm working on, add the delay timer with a flare onto the units. But yellow flare is a bit more interesting. Force fire on the ground, trying to hit the Panzer IV is nice. Using an AT gun to help stall the capture. Well, not exactly actually intentional, but you also may want to prioritize the fire. I do have here the Thompsons coming in with tactical sword. It's also it's a double-edged sword. You have to be very careful with it because it also improves your accuracy, but increases your received accuracy, also making you very vulnerable. It's like I said, a double-edged sword. Double bounce is a bit unlucky there. think if Vet 3 or Vet 2 gets the increased armor penetration. Yeah, Vet 3.
Forces have 300 points.
One of the Grenadier squads was lost somewhere. It might have been that single one that was next to the MG. Wasn't paying attention.
All done over here.
Looks like we got some more paratroopers. Paratroopers are ever so effective, and I would probably stick to the. If you go for the Thompson upgrade, don't go for the tactical assault. Go for the. Just use them for their very good damage they already have. You got an AT gun being pushed forward, which is a very good way to meat shield the Tiger tank. Ooh. Of course, if your tanks are overlapping, you have that bad pathing. There's not deciding to get any upgrade just yet. You could just the carbines are actually quite effective. He could just save munitions for the rocket straight. Sending your just trying to get rid of that AT gun. The Jackson's doing some very good long range damage. Where's that Panzer IV at? Panzer IV needs help. Let's destroy that mortar half track, which is quite important. That's basically one way to just defend these points. His MGs are quite low. In fact, he's a bit low on manpower. He has quite a bit of fuel stored up, just not enough manpower. At this point, I would say a Sherman tank would be a great option, just to help shield out your Jacksons. The Sherman tank can take a couple more hits. And of course, it has always the HE rounds help displace the infantry. Plus the smoke. You can never go wrong with the smoke. Nice use of the major squad, just capturing up that VP. Really, you don't really need to worry about fuel. You have plenty of fuel at this point. You know, with your opponent without getting more vehicles, you know your opponent should have plenty of fuel also. Plus, a Sherman, as I was going to say, Sherman tank's also pretty good. Taking on Panzer Grenadiers, even though just to run around in circles, how slowly will them away. Another couple good hits from the AT. Panzer IV decides to show up in this fight. Goes out Panzer Tactician. The Tiger tank gets displaced. The Jacksons, with this very good range, they can cover this point quite easily. And with these meat shield of paratroopers to help the spot and to engage the infantry and the AT guns, there's nothing much your opponent can do other than go for a flank around the side and get these Jacksons in close range where they will die instantly, basically. Does this get damage and Jin thanks to the rifleman squad, and he may just lose it. The paratroopers are fighting the site. Boom. He also spotted the Panzer IV, but you can't really spot that from much. Pioneers are trying to run in, but... Wait, did that Jackson actually get an infantry kill? Yes, it did. Panzerschrecks will instantly kill off that low health Jackson. Let's get a nice volley here. I think it takes 3 Panzerschrecks hits to kill off a Jackson, so it doesn't take much to destroy them. And so, more and more of those Grenadiers are falling. Paratroopers are very good elite infantry. Both the MGs and the Thompsons are a good upgrade. You just have to be very careful with the tactical assault. Panzer IV is going to come forward. The AA half-track is still alive. Perhaps in the middle of this, he should have sent the AA half-track just to guard this VP.
A capture point is being overrun.
Though the AA half-track's usefulness has pretty much ended. It looks like they just ran over a tractor. Just when I heard an AT grenade hit. Sherman tank is now coming forward. Very nice. Throws in some HE rounds. Looks like the Jacksons are now fully repaired. We got another mortar half-track. That's a bit questionable. He needs infantry, but he needs also indirect fire is also good. He has plenty of manpower for. Actually, he could go for another Panzer IV or Stug. I would say a swarm Panzer IV is maybe good. He could have with that manpower he spent. He could have got 2 more Panzer IVs or Tiger tank. I forgot he lost his Tiger tank, so that'll also be good. Overall, this was getting suppressed, but that's fine, as long as you don't lose it. Jackson's doing some very good hits. Looks like he may have disconnected. He's not reacting with anything. I think he may have lost connection. Nope, here we go. He loses that squad, but the MG42 may finish it off. He's going to run straight into arc for quite a bit of time. Looks like he just now realized he can repair his AA half-track. And losing that Panzer IV is pretty much quite big. With one Tiger will have extreme trouble versus 2 Jacksons. If the Panzer IV was still alive to support it, it wouldn't be as bad. Brings in the Sherman tank with the HE rounds doing some pretty good damage. He sees the Tiger tank in the center, or maybe he's too busy microing this, but he's fine from the Tiger tank. Does get hit by a pack, but he should be able to actually finish off this Panzer Grenadier, and that's the last of his infantry. Tiger tank's going to respond to the Sherman. We've got the AA half-track now in defensive position around this area. He just now spotted that his opponent has no infantry left, because he's one Pioneer. And he also sees a Tiger tank. The Sherman tanks are just great at bleeding opponent, especially with the HE rounds. Ooh, gets hit by the AT gun. Looks he's going to lose his Sherman tank. But does kill off the mortar half-track. And getting a nice rearmor hit there. Paratroopers now coming up to help deal with the pack. The pack, once that goes down, the Tiger tank's easy pickings. Major's going up to capture up this left area. And with the AA half-track there, he won't be able to deal much with it unless he sends a Tiger. Of course, sending a Tiger means he leaves him vulnerable to the Jacksons. You can see a cooked frag. You could see actually suppressive fire. Help suppress and reduce the effectiveness of that squad, but Pioneer squad could hijack the a half-track, but it looks like this is going to be the end of the replay. There's nothing much he can do. He's down to 1 Pioneer squad and 1 Tiger. Jacksons are now using the armor-piercing Behevat rounds. And with no AT gun support, this Tiger's good as dead. out of control. Does get one last hit, but that last hit is negligible. And he has no squads left. He has still in the GG.
The enemy is
I see,
now 75
as you
points.
said it before, you wanted me to help critique the replay. I see do quite a bit of room improvement. First thing first, don't lose as many squads. But, oh, sink air? Really? Did the game, he really caused a sink air at the end? Really? Really? Either way, don't try not to lose as many squads in the beginning. The half track was overall decent, but really didn't have that huge impact. The 2-2 became a big problem in the mortar half track, so in the A half track couldn't really deal with that. Captain Tech's a bit more reliable. Stewart's ever so potent, very resilient, has good damage for his infantry. On this map, I would recommend Captain Tech. Getting that mortar out would be a bit more preferable because your opponent got dual MGs. You had trouble engaging multiple areas on the map. So, while the smoke grenades are a good option also for smoke, an earlier mortar can also be good. Overall, I say the vehicle play was quite good. I would question your choice of doctrine. The paratroopers did work quite effective, but I would imagine EZ8s or the Pershing would be a much better option, as you can always range is ever so effective, whether it be at range, close range with Thompsons, or long range with 3 bars. Overall, and EZ8s are also always a good option. But of course, they would have trouble versus the Tiger tank. The good EZ8s are probably a definitive better counter versus Panzer IVs. So I would say Heavy Cav probably would have been a better option. You've been starved of manpower. I question why you prefer this AT gun over the PaK-40. The PaK-40 had much better penetration to deal with the heavier armor of your opponents. So destroying the PaK-40s was a bit questionable. Overall, not half bad. This is Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.